Hi, how na day? So, welcome everyone. Sorry, I'm super tired and very, very stressed. But I just said since I promised I was gonna come, I'm just gonna come and do a few minutes. So, the first thing I want to talk about is Canada gone cast. Now, a lot of people might see this and say, "Oh, Daddy Freeze, this is beef. This is beef. This, that." In the recent news, there was news today. I don't know if I forwarded it to Mrs. Linda. I know I forwarded it to somebody. I don't know if I forwarded, or I don't know if it was Mrs. Linda that I forwarded it to about Vancouver. When we dey talk this Canada matter, say that they get issues, that they get issues. Most people they say now for village, no be for main city, everywhere for Canada they okay, blah 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 blah. Or more. The one where I see for Vancouver. You understand? That one worry me. Then Canada Proud, you can follow them on Instagram. The city of Kingston has declared a state of emergency as 1/3 of the residents cannot afford a healthy amount of food. This is from We Are Canada Proud. It's a Canadian Instagram account. It is verified and it has 210,000 followers. And and yeah, there's Kingston in Canada. And you can't lie that you've been seeing uh, the news. The news has been on. So, are the people that are living in Canada that are telling us that Canada is doing well, are they lying to us? Somebody say, Baba, she na Canada, your ex-wife did. My ex-wife no dey Canada, she dey America. So, the issue right now is, how do I put it? Canada is not doing well right now. Forget the reports that people are giving us there. Oh, I love Canada. I'm enjoying. Even from the people who are calling us, it's not like they are saying that Canada is wonderful. Canada is amazing. Oh, this, that. Everything is. People are obviously struggling. The guy who was here said he's been trying to get a doctor, a family doctor, for 10 years. Now, there was a time when Canada was doing fabulously well. Could it be that too many people migrating there have caused it to cast? We have stories. Yes, me and Mrs. Linda were back and forth in the DM saying that those people were on substance. And I don't disagree. But there are now 3 videos of Nigerians living on the streets of Canada. Nigerians on the streets of Canada who can't eat, who are homeless. So everything is adding up. If you're watching on TikTok, please pop my money gun. Help my channel grow. If you're watching on YouTube, super chat, super stickers, and super likes. Why am I saying all this? Because what our family members are telling us that is happening in Canada and what the news is saying are two different things. Our people that left Nigeria and went to Canada, they are saying, oh, this Canada is so wonderful. Oh, this Canada is so beautiful, so great, so amazing. Forget about the fact that they are using shovel to carry snow. Someone said, I'm in Canada, going back home this year. So this thing no be lie. Make I bring am. Someone says it's like DF's on a mission on discouraging people from their prosperity. How do you say people are you reading the news? I'm not making the things I sent to Mrs. Linda, for instance. I've sent at least 5 or 6 articles. You see people in the snow queuing to get medical, to get a doctor. I didn't make it up. There are videos. There are posts. Please just go into a toilet anywhere you can and give us a call. I need to hear from you. And I don't want, you see, there's something somebody said. That guy that first came, you remember that first guy that came back from Canada and said he sold his car, he bought a car for $35,000. And he said that, that Canada, no be better place. You remember that guy? You remember that guy? That guy said something. He said, don't listen to what people are telling you. That this place is not as good as they make it out to be. And somebody is saying that the freeze is discouraging people from getting to their prosperity. If it is passport you want to get from Canada, you will get passport. I don't understand this prosperity. I don't understand this prosperity. I'm not saying this. I'm seeing too many videos. In the last 1 week, I've seen 20 videos. Somebody said, I've not seen, between me, Mrs. Linda is here, she's my witness, unless she wants to lie. The videos that have come out of Canada in the last 10 days from different provinces showing a degraded healthcare system, showing a housing crisis, showing homeless people, homeless Nigerians. The videos, we don't have those same amount of videos coming out of the US, the UK, or Europe. Somebody saying people are facing a lot here and can't talk. So instead of saying that the freeze is discouraging people from going to Canada, can we really? Somebody said that the freeze, is it any better in Nigeria? If you are okay in Nigeria, I think at least 20 different people have come to this live to agree with the fact that if you are okay in Nigeria, you don't need to go to Japa. And even if you want to Japa, unless you desperately need a passport, Canada can be a setup. Even read the comments. I'm not the one making this up. I think, personally, I'm sorry you might disagree with me, but I think Canada right now is going through a crisis. Unless we're going to discard everything we are seeing in the news. What about raising kids? We are raising kids in Nigeria and our kids are turning out well. I've said it before, Nigeria's problem is security and emergency healthcare. You don't want to have any of those two crises in Nigeria. Aside from that, Nigeria is okay. So I say we're balling in Canada. The reports, the news, the statistics are not showing that you are balling. So I'm not saying there are not people that are balling in Canada. Of course, just the same way there are people that are balling in Nigeria. There was somebody who wanted me to attend a meeting 2 days ago. I was dodging the meeting because the meeting required me going to Abuja. The guy said he will send jets. I just weak. Because the conversation is not a conversation I want to be a part of. I dodged nothing where I no use dodger. I said there was no flight. I cannot. He said, "Don't worry, I will send the jet. I will send the jet to come and pick you. I want you to be part of this meeting." So even in Nigeria, persons still feel vex and private jets. So you can't say that as you they ball now. The difference is 1% they ball for Nigeria, 40 or 50% they ball for Canada. Agreed. But is Canada really? I want us to be honest with one another now. I don't want us to. This is not us running Nigeria. And I see that some people have the opportunity whenever they come online to run Nigeria down. Nigeria is using. Yes, we know Nigeria has its issues. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. The kind offers where I don't see in the last few days, where they turned down for this Nigeria, fear they catch even me. Baba, my fear is in this life, I don't want to have plenty money that I will not have peace of mind. I want to have the kind of money that I'll have peace of mind. If I'm going to compromise my peace of mind or my sleep or my rest or my happiness, I don't want that money. Excuse me. I don't want that money. Money is not that important to me. Excuse me. Look, I blow my nose. About this Hamatan, eh? So I want us to, you see, we can have conversations and lie to one another. It is unfair for me to say Nigeria is doing well because I'm managing in Nigeria. Excuse me. Same way it is for you. It is unfair. If many people are struggling, it is unfair for you to come and say, Canada is doing well right now. Somebody said it takes 2 years to settle in, but if you have enough capital to see one through for 1 to 2 years, it's worth it. So I'm going to sell my house and a lot of my property and then go to Canada, and it will take me 2 years to break in. Make we tell ourselves the truth. Now, when you pour for Nigeria, and that kind of thing sound okay. If you are doing okay, why should you leave a bank job in Nigeria where you are a branch manager and go and be hustling in Canada? My former bank manager, and I'm not making this up, went to this Canada, couldn't bring her family there. She's stuck in Canada. Her family is stuck back in Nigeria. Someone said 30 years of mortgage. I'm telling you, shame me where I own my own home. I did live for my own house. Now me get them. I want come they use 30 years go pay for house for Canada. I don't understand. Maybe it makes sense to now. It doesn't. If I calculate it up, calculate it down, it doesn't make sense to me. But like I said, I can't be the one to choose. And I want us to have an honest conversation. Nigeria is also going through a lot right now. So even Nigeria is not the perfect place to be. We can't lie about that.
Good morning, Daddy Freeze.
Good morning, my darling. Where are you?
I'm in Dubai.
Now, Canada people are defined, but anyway, make I hear waiting. They your mouth. Make I hear you.
I just joined in your live stream and
Hey, okay. Now, Canada people we they talk about then. So I want people who date Canada, may they call us because the conversation they very serious. What's your name, my darling sister?
my name is Grace.
Grace. Lovely hanging out with you. Nice meeting you, Grace.
It's my pleasure, sir.
All right, Grace.
So the issue of people leaving their reputable jobs back in Nigeria to Japan, for me, I don't think it's really a nice thing anyway, because why would someone have a well-to-do job, a well-paid job, to relocate to another country? What if this whole idea of Japan, not be everybody the thing they favor, you understand? Like I've been going through the comments, and some people are sharing their experiences that it took them 2 years and even more years to settle down in their Japan countries, their Japan destinations. So what if the thing is a 50-50 stuff, you understand? It's gambling. What if they didn't go to meet what they expected after relocating? So I don't think it's encouraging to leave a well-to-do job, a well-paid job. You understand? I don't think it's encouraging, yeah. And the situation in Canada really is pathetic, because they say people are looking for jobs, people are in the street looking for jobs, and
you are also seeing the videos, you are seeing the posts.
Yeah.
Okay, please, if you are in Canada, send me a request. Please be part of this conversation. Let's have an honest conversation. Brother, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. That is
what part of the world are you in?
I'm in Houston.
You are in
Texas.
Houston. All right.
Yes.
God bless you.
Yes.
City Boy said he wants to come on. Okay, Chiboy. All right, go ahead. What are your thoughts about the conversation we're having?
Well, some people might get angry and say, "Oh, but you're in Houston and you're talking like this." For me, I always tell people the truth. If you have a good job in Nigeria, I would advise you to stay there. And Jakarta is good. We have opportunities both here in Canada, but it's not as easy as people paint it. Someone down the road said, I built 2 houses in 2 years of staying in Canada. Yes, that's good, great. But you building 2 houses in Nigeria, what's your condition of living in Canada? Because I know some people what's your condition of living? Because you build those 2 houses in Nigeria, in fact, that person that built those 2 houses, maybe he doesn't even have the complete papers here to even go stay in that house for up to 3 weeks in a year. And so because some people they say, "Well, I built 3 houses here." Some of them are living, they're sharing one room with 5 people. They're working from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. or 10 p.m. to doing 3 jobs, what you will not even do in Nigeria. I know Nigeria is bad, but there are people that are still thriving. There's people that I see people that have good jobs. Some are working in oil companies. They pay you 500,000 a month, and you're still living. It's not easy to settle overseas, like even the US, even Canada, because before if you come in, let's say you don't have a paper, you try to get the paper, is a hustle of its own.
Tolu Honiki said, hold on. Tolu Honiki said she knows a lot of people in Canada and none of them are on the street. Let me show you videos, because I think the time has come.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, brother. I want to show you some of these videos. Hold on, brother. Wait. Can you see this woman talking? This girl, this guy, and this guy are all homeless and they're all Nigerians. She's talking about homeless with no place to stay in Canada. I saw each of the videos. So when you say it's like Tolu Honiki made a statement, she said, I know lots of people. I swear to God, all my neighbor just bought G-Wagon 2024. He just bought G-Wagon. The day they deliver it, I will do video and show you. We've been waiting to deliver for them to deliver the car. You know how much G-Wagon is? $200,000. My neighbor that we live close to each other. So when you tell me that hey, Nigeria, I personally know 20 people who are coming back home. And I said it. Linda, that we had breakfast together at Movenpick, she said it on this live that she's coming back to Nigeria. But you see, at the end of the day, if I look at my circle, does my circle really reflect the hunger in Nigeria? I also have people in the village. I also have people who my childhood friends from Ibadan who are not doing so well and are struggling in Nigeria. But if I sat down, I was driving past one of my friends, one Lebanese guy that owns a auto workshop. You will see Lamborghini, Ferrari, Lamborghini. As in, I went with my son. He's asleep. I will have. People carry their Ferraris, their Lambos, their Rolls Royces. He's the only one he's one of the only people that can fix those cars on the island. This shop is full. Do you understand what I'm saying? I went with taste buds to Eric Kesa today. We ate 2 salads and 1 pizza. The bill was like 80,000 naira. And we could not get parking in the restaurant. We had to cross the road and go and park inside another shop, enter the shop, pretend like we wanted to shop. Just so that we can park our car, cross the road and enter inside it. Because there's nowhere to park. Movenpick breakfast. On Christmas Day, I think the Movenpick breakfast was about 70K per person. 70,000 per person. I had reserved I'm in the restaurant, I'm in the hotel, I'm staying in the suite upstairs. I reserved my table 2 days before the event. That I want a table because I have 8 family members. Then Frank and his niece were coming to join us. That made us 10. You understand what I'm telling you? My table was reserved for 2 o'clock. They just called me at 10 minutes to 2 that they are sorry that I should hold on a bit. That somebody has taken my table. Before I fix the table, it reached like 2:45. The whole restaurant was full. By the time they now said, oh, you know what? Because I had kids and the kids were hungry. I'm like, they now said, okay. They now made a makeshift table for me. I was coming down angry when I got there and I saw the long queue of people waiting to be seated. I just thank God I even get makeshift table. At 70K per person, the whole restaurant is full. So if I come out there and I see that, I go to all the places we hang out. Another place where I go and do my nails and massage. Baba, me and Taste Buds went. We'll not see where to park. I had to go and park across the street. As in, the place is full to the brim. Unless you can drive a carry you, come drop you, can't go find where to park. As in, all these places are full. I'm calling them that, please, I'm coming to do my pedicure and manicure. They are telling me that if I don't come in the next 5 minutes, there's somebody that wants to, and they cannot keep the guy waiting. If they see me, I can't run. I want to go do manicure, they run. So if you go there, you go to all these places I've mentioned, you will never say Nigeria is suffering. Or you drive past Quilocks at 8 a.m. in the morning when people, they go walk. Some people just, they come out for club. Traffic day from people where they come out for club. Do you understand? So when Tolu Honiki says, I know people, obviously the circle of people you know will always be people like you that are doing well. It's like me saying I know Pastor Toby in the UK. I now use Pastor Toby to compare everybody for UK. You understand what I'm telling you? So your circle, now you are, sometimes we are in this Nigeria, we are seeing the reports online, and we are not getting it. I stay in Lekki. Where do I operate? Now, sometimes you will go to a mall and you see that the mall is a bit empty. You will feel that. Do you understand? But you don't get to see the poverty if you live in Lekki, VI, or Ikoyi. Yes, there are children on the road. They've been children on the road from when Nigeria was good. Beggars on the street coming to put their face on your glass is not a new development in Nigeria. So we hear it, we read it in the papers. Oh, people are struggling, people are struggling. But you don't get to see it. Because the people you are surrounded with, they are all doing well. I have a friend whose family is in Canada. He just carry on a family, go put for Canada, but they work from Nigeria. Those kind of people, I get like 20. Where their family, they UK, their family, they Canada, their family, they US, but them, they Nigeria. Every month that they buy their first class ticket, go visit their family. So when you see all those people, people call me and tell me that the suffering is real. But we are not really seeing it. Yes, we are seeing the hike. The suya that I used to buy for 4,500 naira is now 30,000 naira. We see the hike. But for me to say that, oh, Nigeria is so terrible right now. Yes, it is. But I also look at my friends in this same Nigeria and I can see that people are still doing well. So when you say that people in Canada, the videos we are seeing from Canada, the queues for, you saw that video, the queues that are in line. My brother in white, please talk. I don't talk with you, I won't talk. I go just go round and round.
Yeah, thanks for this opportunity to come on this live. I live in Canada. I live in Ontario. And exactly all what you said is true. Now,
God will bless you. So I'm not crazy.
I've lived in 3 countries, and I'll do some comparison here. I've lived in Switzerland way back 2009. That was when I was out. Because for me, I just wanted to live outside. Then from there, I migrated to United Kingdom. And I stayed for like 15 years before I came back to Nigeria. When I came to Nigeria in 2022, Nigeria was not the same Nigeria I knew back then. Things have really changed. A lot of developments have taken place. The guys you left, some of them are now doing fantastically well. I saw all of them. They took me out. We hanged out. Then from there, I came to Canada. So let me do the differences. Nigeria is good. Once you have very good thing giving you what you want, there's no point, to be honest, coming to this country. My tenants in Nigeria just called me this morning on my way to work, because I work in downtown Toronto. He called me and said, "Oh, Baba, I've been trying to get hold of you." I said, "What happened?" He said, there's a lot. This is a guy that sells cars in Nigeria. He moved all his family down here. And I asked him, "Did you come alone?" He said, "No, I came with everybody." I said, "Why?" I said, who advised, gave you this advice? You didn't come here to do your feasibility study to be able to see what goes on here before you finally make that decision? And you came here now, you're stopped. I said, Baba, this. I said, you know what? I will just encourage you because I know you. It's going to be tough, but at the end of the day, that thing you're looking for, let's be hopeful that you will get it, because there's a lot of restrictions now with all the documentations and everything. When I was living in the United Kingdom, I used to work for the NHS. I did fantastically well. UK has a lot of jobs. There's a lot of stuff going on there. Do you get me? And when I came down here, I saw the differences. In terms of healthcare, UK is still number 1. Canada is far behind. There is no, let me say something on this life. In my whole area here, I live in Brampton here, Baba, you cannot find where to even be happy for yourself and your guys. Like pub is difficult to get. But in England, where I live, you see pubs around everywhere. You can even go there, chill, and watch football. For healthcare, for me to bring my mom now to come and visit me, you cannot. You have to buy insurance for her to come. But in the UK, when I was there, when she comes in, she easily access care because I have every other thing to push her in, and she does that. So there's a lot of difference. The unemployment rate, let me go to that one, is 6.8 as at November. When I came here 2023, November, before I could get job, it was tough. Now let me say it here. I know there are a lot of people here that are Canadians. Whatever. Just don't deceive yourself. When you came back then 2015, 16, things was a bit rosy for people that were in Canada. It's not like this. The influx is not so much. But right now, if you come into this country, if you know stay up to 6-7 months before you get one good job, you could see me. I paid to do that training. Do you know that everybody, I was interviewing people. I said, how long have you been here? You hear people telling you 1 year, 1.5 years, 2 years, and they don't have job. And I was like, how you people doing it? To be honest, if not because of the kind of resilient spirit I had, man, it's not a funny thing. It's not what you guys think that it is here in this country. If you know the UK birthed this country, so the UK laws a bit, their system still flows here. The queen owns the land. They own this land. So if you're buying a house, you will sign a 30 years lease. Mortgage, whatever. That house owns you. You don't own that house. So at the end of the day, even when you finish paying, you only own the box on the land. You don't own the land. But in Nigeria, you own the land, you own the building, you own everything. So the differences are so there that don't let anybody come and deceive you here. And I will say the truth. Before you come abroad, I'm not discouraging anyone. Do your feasibility study. Ask questions. Let people tell you the truth. Let them be honest with you with the situation around before you carry your bag and say, I'm leaving Nigeria. It's not worth it to come here. You're having a very good job in Nigeria and you're coming here to start doing care job, or you start lining up with people, or you start driving truck. That is freeze. I know 2 medical doctors, a brother and a sister. Before they could pass the exam here to practice, it was hell. The guy came 2018 with the sister. The sister did not pass the exam until last year. Last year. At the end of the day, in those periods, she started selling rice and beans and everything. She started doing food online. And people started patronizing her. Today, she's not practicing anymore. She's focused on that food business she's selling. It's not a joke. This country will really humble you, no matter whatever profession you have or anything. If you don't have the right thing, it's going to be tough for you. I work in the tech space, and
somebody said, sorry, brother. Somebody said, what is wrong with care jobs? There's nothing wrong with care jobs. Hold on, let me explain this. You are a bank branch manager in Nigeria. Why are you doing a care job? You are a medical doctor in Nigeria. Why are you doing care jobs? You are a lawyer who used to work in Nigeria. Why are you doing care job? It is low. It will affect you morally. Yes, go ahead, brother.
Can I say something? The reason why some people come from Nigeria and let's say they are bank executives or whatever, and some of them, the thing is, to pay for the trainings to do all those all these boot camps. Some people still believe it's not real. That when you pay, you do this thing. Oh, you won't get a job. Yes, I can understand. It's difficult, but when you're patient and you're resilient, you don't give up, you will get it. And because you've worked in the banking sector, you already have a full knowledge of technology. So coming here to pick up a job in the banking industry, in the tech space, will be very easier for you because you already understand the lingua franca. So I'm not saying care job is not good. Don't misquote me. I'm saying that there's a level which you will get to really in life. You will not want to. get involved in some certain things. And because of bills in this part of the world, because you pay bills every month, you want to do whatever that comes across your way. So many doctors are in Amazon. I'm not lying to you. You go there, pack stuff, and do everything. Nigerians, the ones I know, but we won't come. I don't really come online to come and talk. But I felt this thing is becoming too much. Let's say the truth. Let's not deceive ourselves. Papa,
Sorry, hold on. Tolu Honiki says, imagine someone that was practicing in Nigeria goes abroad and can't pass the board exam. That shows you what? It doesn't tell you anything. My sister did the board exam in Romania, did the European board exam, did the Nigerian board exam, and did the UK board exam, and she passed all. Let me tell you what she told me. She said, if you read in Romania and you want to use Romanian sense, come and write Nigerian board, you will fail. If you read in the, so each place she went, she had to study their system. The system in Europe, the EU, is different from the system in UK.
Exactly.
So it has nothing to do with Nigeria education being good. Those your doctors in Canada, let them come and do exam in Nigeria whether they will pass. Let me tell you something. The average doctor that comes out of Nigeria is 10 times better than the doctors in Canada, even in the US.
I agree.
Because what if you go and meet a doctor abroad? I have headache. They will type in their laptop, headache. My teeth are yellow teeth. Nigerian doctors are taught to diagnose manually. They are more in touch with their patients. And when they go abroad, Nigerian doctors, when they go abroad, they blow.
You're very right. There's this lady now is trending in this Canada. Her video is now trending. She's from South America. So she came here 2023. The video is trending. I can even share it with you. She was lamenting a medical doctor that it became difficult for her to practice in this country. So they were, but at the end of the day, she scaled through. But she was in tears when she was granting this interview. You could see that these things are not jokes. It is real. It's happening to people. I witnessed it. I had experience. I can tell you different experiences I had in some of all those countries. And I don't go looking for anyhow thing. You have to go for the best, but it might take you time. This place, the way they paint in the media is not what it is at all.
When I see people like Samaria in charge of her unit in the hospital, they respect them. Say, see my babe. This now babe we study for Nigeria. So no, don't run down Nigeria educational system. I guarantee you 90% of Canadian doctors will come to Nigeria, they cannot pass the board. You think the board in Nigeria is easy?
There was a white girl that came from England.
Don't joke with medicine in Nigeria.
Right, sorry. UK nurses exam. She failed it. She wrote it 3 times. She failed it. Yeah. She came from England, a white woman.
Sorry, my dear sister. Please, I want to bring somebody else. Please. Nice having you around. Thank you so much and God bless. And make sure you join next time. Brother, no, wait. I want to bring somebody to come and converse with you. Thank you, my darling sister. Just help me press X so that I can bring somebody.
Thank you so much, Daddy Freeze.
Now, all of you where they enjoy my life for middle of night, go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze. Make my Facebook numbers begin rise again. I don't abandon Facebook for too long. Search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. Go there now. Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. You see my verified account, 1 million followers. Click on it. Today's video. Click on today's video. You will see me there. Bottom left hand corner, you see how to buy my stars. Oh yeah, buy my stars, make I heal you. I will read your comments on YouTube if you have super chat, super stickers, and super likes. So if you're watching me on YouTube, super chats, super stickers, and super likes. Bottom right hand corner, you will see how to buy my super chat, super stickers, and super likes. Pop my money guns if you're watching on TikTok and if you're enjoying the conversation. So quite a few more people are coming through right now. Please, if you want to join this conversation, I want you to be in Canada. Like this, our brother here, he has given us his wholehearted experience as someone in Canada. So if you have anything to say that is contrary to what he's saying, or if you want to agree with him, please just I want people from Canada. I want people from Canada. So please join me live now. We want to hear what your experience is. I'm not taking calls from anywhere but Canada. Please, if you are not from Canada, don't be angry. I will not take your call. And please also don't send me a request because we are not going to get to the meat of the matter. There was a lady who said her husband belongs to 200, a group of 200 doctors. I would love to have your contribution. All right. Hello, my darling sister. What part of the world are you in? I been a brother. I know see well. This one way. Okay, now brother. Brother, how you dey?
Oh, good evening, sir.
What part of the world are you in?
Ontario, Canada.
Okay, good. Please, we want to hear from you.
Okay, thank you very much, Daddy Freeze. This is my first time on your live. I heard what my brother said. Many people have shared many stories about Canada. One of the things I want to say is buying properties or buying assets or any kind of assets or any even cars on loan here. People see it, Nigerians that are trained to only buy houses in cash, build your house from scratch. If your money never reaches to buy a car, no buy anything. Those same Nigerians happen to get too comfortable when they get here. So you see something on a particular interest rate, you just plug into it. And then a year down the line, you're not able to continue the payment. That's just one of the ways that we mess ourselves up. Someone said something one day, I think it was Gary Gunderson. Even as an American, sales is American people. If what you have is not enough, if what you have is not enough to really buy it in full, sit in cash, hold cash. Now, the thing that happened last year where the RCC, the immigration body, reduced the number of students that are coming to the country, that alone caused many people's investments to go lower because international students not coming to the country means what? Many people are not coming. Demand drops. When demand drops, what happens? The overall average price drops as well. Naturally, of course, you have a mortgage of maybe 4,000 to pay for a house, a big house. You're struggling to pay the mortgage. International students are not coming in if you live in a student.
Guys, can you see me? Hey. Oh my, don't hang go. TikTok people can see me. It's Instagram just hung. Hey, what kind of life? Which kind of life be this so? Eh? Hey. Guys, can you still see me? Instagram people, can you see me? Oh God, waiting to happen. Sorry guys, everything just hung. I don't understand what happened. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. Afri King says, Mumu man, me or your papa will born you for house. Who be Mumu? Olori Bruku. Smell. Can you hear me? Okay. I think this was the gentleman that was talking. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. Everything just hooked. Okay. All right, brother. Thank God. I got you back. The guy in the white t-shirt. Okay, we've got my sister here. Hello, madam. Your phone is turning away from you. Oh, yeah. Okay, my brother, you were talking the other time. So kindly continue what you were saying. I'm so sorry for
the break.
yes.
Yes. Thanks again. So I was saying first, the culture with which we were raised as Nigerians. When your money is not enough to get a house in full, you build from scratch, lay foundation first, lay block by block. The point is, Nigerians are trained. Our culture, our socioeconomic foundation is such that we are trained. It's ingrained in us to take things from scratch and own it in full. Same thing with cars, right? Most people who don't have access to credit facilities in Nigeria, majority, will buy their houses cash. Now, when we get abroad, most of us want to just take advantage of, it's credit, blah, 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 not minding the interest rate. 2023, I know people who saw cars. I think that at the time there was this, people are still recovering from COVID. So people decided to buy used cars, okay, because brand new cars were taking a longer time to come. Would you believe that Nigerians, my own fellow brilliant Nigerians, were actually going to buy used cars for interest rates as high as 10.99, about approximately 11% interest rate. Whereas if you wait just 6 months for the same car to be out, brand new, you're going to be getting it for maybe 5.99 interest rates. That is how impatient the Nigerians have shown themselves to be sometimes when they come around here. That's just one of the areas. Not many Nigerians are careless, okay? But I know that my people are too brilliant. It baffles me when some things just happen. Now, going to the issue of housing. I'm not going to beat about the bush and repeat what anybody else has said. I mean, it's not a good use of our time. But from what I've seen regarding housing here, the immigration office reduced the number of international students that come into the country. So by extension, of course, we have less people, less international students, and that means a lower influx of people overall, because international students that are married, bear in mind, they're going to bring in their dependents, spouse and or children. Okay, they're going to bring in those people. Bringing in those people with less numbers, when those people come in less numbers than they used to before in previous years, that means demand for housing will go down. Demand for housing going down means that there's going to be less, a reduced amount that you can charge for rent as a house owner. That's going to mess many things up. Now, you signed a long mortgage. The point is, all the people that I know that are really succeeding here, they've either mastered how to use mortgage properly, how to take loans the right way, not necessarily just joining the Joneses and say, so people are giving testimonies in church, ability to qualify for mortgage is now the new miracle. And only few months or years down the line, they begin to realize, so the house actually owns you. You don't own the house. Again, I'm repeating what someone else said, but I'm just trying to avoid that. The point is, if we cannot, until we actually know what we want to use our money for, let's just sit in cash, hold cash. The moment that capital leaves your hand, and you're not able to qualify for the mortgage, or you do qualify for the mortgage but you cannot sustain it, anything can happen. Nigerians are brilliant people. Anywhere we go, we succeed. I'm not going to say much about the job market because many people already have said many things, and many people will say more about it. I just wanted to touch on areas that many people may not want to touch on. That's our own attitude to the economy. We're coming with a particular mindset from Nigeria. When you have cash, do what your money can do. Live according to your means. Live within your means. If you don't have enough cash for it, just leave it. So that's what I wanted to share for now. Nothing else comes to mind.
Thank you very much. Have you ever worked on the radio before?
Oh yes, I used to work at the radio. Yes.
What radio station?
As a student, as an undergrad, I worked at Unilag Radio. After NYSC, I worked at Smooth 98.1.
I can tell. He has a radio voice. All right, my ladies, what are your thoughts?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm Vivian by name. To me, Canada is not really that bad per se. Just that people relocate at the beginning without enough capital. To me, I would tell people. I have a friend that wanted to come, and I was like, if you're coming to Canada and you're not financially stable, I'll advise you you stay back. When I relocated here as a student, it was very difficult for me to get a job. I stay in British Columbia. It was very, very difficult. I stayed 1 year before I could get a job. And if you're not financially stable, it's mentally draining. You don't really focus on things. And that's why you see a lot of people on the street. There is no much job opportunities here, and I usually tell people, if you're coming, you should just have enough capital that will sustain you for 6 months, your house rent, your fees, and your feeding, so that you can be able to as in try harder. But at the end, is worth it. For now, I'm not regretting why I came, but at the beginning, I regretted why I'm here. But for now, I don't have any regrets. So it's everybody's. Everybody has their own opinion. So that's my own opinion, though.
Matter the ground. Thank you very much, Vivian, for being honest. How long have you been in Canada?
2 years now.
Okay. Now,
yes.
Between when you came and now, have you noticed that it's harder for people who are just coming now than it was when you came 2 years ago?
When I came 2 years ago, I said earlier on, I was not having a job for 1 year. It's same thing, right? When you don't have capital. Yeah, I stayed 1 year without a job. When you don't have
so what were you doing that 1 year?
I was calling, before I relocated, I had funds that could carry me for a year or more. So when I started feeling it was when the exchange rate started skyrocketing. So that was when I started being depressed. I cry all the time and everything. But I think at the end is worth it. Even after school, some of my friends who all graduated together, they don't still have a job till now. You still call home for money. There is no much job.
As in, you still call Nigeria for money from Canada?
Yeah, I have a friend that still call home for money. We are done with school. For example, here, in British Columbia, if you want to work, class 5 license is an asset. If you don't have it, it's very difficult for you to get a job. Even be it care or any job, here they value class 5 license. So when you don't have it, getting a job is difficult. Paying your rent, about 1,000 plus. It depends on where you're staying. It's very, very difficult and mentally draining. So I don't know about other province, but here there is no job opportunities like that.
Oh, wow.
And you still have to work harder, because when you depend on 40 hours weekly, you can't really save money for home. Except you multitask, you do your business while you still work.
Omogao. So, at the end of the day, what did you study? Let me ask you.
I did my master's in business administration and marketing.
And what do you work as now?
I do support work. I sell hairs too. So I still multitask.
What do you mean by support work?
Like you assist individuals, right? Special people in need. Like
Oh,
a
okay.
companion, you keep them coming in and have some conversations with them and all
Like
that.
care work.
PSW. PSW.
Okay.
Anyone.
My darling
Yeah.
with the gold braids, let's hear from you.
Good evening, sir. Good
Good
evening,
evening, my
everyone.
darling sister. How are you?
I'm fine. You?
Very well,
You're
thank you.
always eating. You're always tempting me to eat at night.
It's fish. Oh. Lovely taste buds fish.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I want to say something. For those who still depend, you know, back home for money, there are those who actually have someone to send them money. But to be honest, if you don't have someone to send you money, you have to do everything to get a job. Okay, sorry to cut you short. I'm sorry. Like when we came, right? It was how many hours by weekly? You're only allowed to work for how many hours? So recently they increased. It doesn't matter. Like, for example, right now they deny people for postgraduate work permits when you exceed the hours you actually work. I have a friend that they denied his postgraduate work permit, and he was asked to pay back the government. It's either you pay back the government, and he was charged about like almost $30,000 to pay back, else they won't give him more. He will go back. Like maybe when you breach the rules, right, you still have the penalties to pay at the end of it all. You get it. So the best in me, I usually tell people, I have a friend that wanted to come. At the beginning, she said she wanted. I said, fine, it's cool. She was like, okay, she's coming, she'll sell this. I told her, please. Like, own enough capital for like 6 months, right? That will carry you. I tell people the truth because if you come here without money, some people stay on the street. Some people, even to go to the shelter, to get a house in shelter is very difficult. Right? So I don't know. Even if you don't have a thing at home, I tell people you have to be financially stable before coming here. Yes, I'm going somewhere. I still say for those who depend on people is because they have people to send them money. If you don't have anyone to send you money, you have to do everything to get a job. Like you mentioned, you say class 5 is an asset. What does it take to get a class 5 driver's license? It doesn't cost much. It is just for you to drive well, and then you get tested. You write your driving test, you get the license, and then if it is an asset, you do it to get. That is one side. Okay, but getting class 5, sorry, getting class 5 in BC, you have to have like 2 to 3 years driving experience in Nigeria. What if you don't have the driving license back home? Because many of us don't do driving license because we know police don't really ask us for that. And you relocated here, I did my driver's license. In fact, I noticed that when it was going to expire, I had to renew before coming here because I know the importance of driving everywhere you go to, because it is also a plan. Like it is like a side thing. You say in case if this doesn't work out, something will work out. So if you're also Japan, it's good you equipped yourself. And the truth is that when you even tell people back home, it is hard for them to actually believe. They want to come with the mindset that they will come and still focus on their career. Like I tell people, if you want to if you want to relocate to Canada now, come as a plumber, come as a carpenter. It doesn't take anything to go and learn plumbing, even if it is 6 months. Learn it and come. You can use it. It's a good asset here. I'm not saying that this is the only way, but there are so many ways you can equip yourself so that when you relocate, you're not gonna suffer. We suffer this thing because we didn't read much about where we are going to. We didn't do much research. We only just follow friends or follow individuals, and they just want to be part of the Jackpa Jackpa thing. You understand? That is my own way of evaluating what you just said about me, like job or not getting the job. To me, it's not all about the skills. The skills is very important, right? But I tell you, when you're relocating, hold your rent for like 6 months to 1 year. Yeah, yes, that is for sure. That is for the people roaming on. Yes, that is for the uncertainty. But at the same time, when you come, you have to do everything to try and get a job. You can't just relax. To me, I just feel like, and truly, those people who I wasn't relaxed when I came.
I'm not saying you. You made example of someone.
Yes.
I'm saying you spoke about someone, right?
Okay.
I'm not saying that it is you. We are talking generally.
In general,
So
I tried for 1 year. I didn't get a job. I keep doing CV. I keep paying money. I keep changing CV all the time. I didn't get a job. Right? There are people that come, they stay 2-3 months, they get a job. There are people that still come, they stay 1 year, they don't have a job. Like me, my driving license expired 2019 in Nigeria before relocation. But I was here before I had to start looking for how to, like, sometimes agents don't tell you things you really need. They might tell you come,
okay, yeah, probably because you came through
and when you get here, you will not know, like, this is how and how to do it.
It still boils down to say we don't make research, right? It still boils down to what I said earlier, that we don't ask questions, we don't read, we don't research for certain places before we go. If we research, if we don't depend on agency to take this DAPA thing, you will actually suffer, because you will hear different things from people. But when you go and make research yourself, you will know what you are supposed to do and get it right. I'm not saying, as I'm still a student, and I'm not saying that I'm doing one professional job or not, because even the people with paper here, they are struggling with the same job that I got. To be honest, that the phrase, are you listening to me?
I'm listening to you 100%. I'm just enjoying my fish.
There are people here with citizenship. It's the same work that I'm working as a student with just 20 hours visa weekly. They are also working with us. So there's nothing like, like you have to. I'm not speaking that I'm doing professional job. No, I'm not saying. In fact, I'm working in the shelter home, so I know much about. And citizens.
Thank you for the lit up galaxy. Somebody send me a lit up galaxy on TikTok.
So people still come with their citizenship. They are still working the same job with. My brother said, there was something my brother said. He said, plan. Nigerians, we are quick to get carried away. I know students that are already financing their cars here. Meanwhile, they can get cars of 4,000, 3,000, 5,000. They can just pay at once and forget, and they just pay insurance. But some of them, we see that they want to use letters, want to snap picture and send back to their friends so that they know that they are doing well. They're already financing a car
Uncle B, thank you.
about $1,000 a month before they will add insurance, before they will pay house rent. The pressure will be too much. These are the people that complain that this land is not good.
Sorry?
New Brunswick.
Yeah? Okay.
I'm in New Brunswick.
There is no job opportunity in Canada. Me, like, if you have enough capital that will sustain you for a year, I would say you can come. But if you don't have enough capital that will take you 6 months to 1 year, my brother, my sister, manage
everybody that relocates,
there are a lot of people. No. There are a lot of people, like in British Columbia here. My friend works in a shelter home. You know the protocols it takes to even get a space in a shelter home. A lot of Nigerians come here with the hope, like, when they come here, they make money. That is when it becomes difficult. If you have the finances that will carry you for like a year, 6 months, fine, you can relocate. But if you don't have it, don't depend on somebody. Don't think that here is rosy, that when you come, you get the job. That's just my own opinion. I don't know about you. I don't know about your province. No. But my province, getting a job is very difficult.
So my point is that I still rely on this, my brother point, that we do, in fact, the kind of houses Nigerians will rent, you can get in my own province, right? Because we are still there, we still share. We still share flat, we still share. So one room you can still get 600-800. Some people will still go higher than that because they just want that big life thing.
It's not a big life. Your comfort matters. My comfort. No, my comfort is my priority. You get to a stage in life and you know this is what you want.
Yeah, and that is what I'm saying. Your comfort.
Let me ask you guys a question. Sorry. How do you live a duplex in Nigeria and come and be sharing flat with somebody in Canada?
Like me, the money is expensive, right? I don't know about your province. Like here where I stay, the 3-bedroom high rise is $4,000 per month. right? So it depends on where you're staying. Do you understand? And
that's why I said New Brunswick.
Do you understand? Yeah, there are people that still from. Okay.
That the freeze you said you are in
We are in Nigeria. You are doing well.
right?
You are living in a duplex. And then you go abroad and start sharing flat with somebody.
Is it as a single person or as family you're asking the question for? Let me before I answer you.
I don't even know, whichever one.
If might be in general.
If it is an individual, if it is an individual, the first of all, the money you are coming with, by the time you exchange it, and that was what she also pointed, exchange rate. By the time you change it, that money you use for your duplex, when it comes, when you change it, you may not be able to even rent 3 or 2 bedroom flat here. By the time you do your exchange rate, sir. So it's
one more
not
submission
possible.
from me. So can I just do one last submission and then leave for
Okay,
other
brother.
people to join?
Okay, brother, go ahead.
Thank you. So I hear what my sister is saying about exchange rates, and I know many people who have experienced a very hard time because of the exchange rate. So my submission is this. Before today, I've been hearing on Daddy Freeze Live, people will say, oh, you're living this level of luxurious life in Nigeria, why would you relocate? No matter the country. I've heard that a lot. And to a large extent, I agree. Now, here's my submission. I want to speak to the larger majority, the vast majority of Nigerians who are not living that luxurious life, even in Nigeria. Realistically,
I like that.
Let's speak to those people so I can leave and other people can join. Okay. For those people, I think, I don't know if it's a poem or if it's a Bible verse or if it's a philosophical quote. He that is down need fear no fall. If you are at the bottommost part of where life can take you, and you are barely surviving, and you get an opportunity to change 2 things. Live abroad with a better quality of life. Overall, no more generator sound blasting in your ears for life. 2, get a better passport index. I would say any human being should claim the position of a global citizen. If you are already suffering, even if you're not suffering, if you're somewhat below average and below, and you're not living a super luxurious life, look at it. Bank managers have resigned in Nigeria. People working in all countries have resigned. We call them foolish. We give them labels. But hey, let's check things out. A job that's not yours, that's not your father's work, you cannot inherit it. If leaving the country will guarantee you at least one step closer to taking full charge of your own destiny. Even if you're just running your own business and just getting by day to day and living a somewhat better life than you were in Nigeria, there's nothing wrong with the idea of it. Just do it wisely. That's what I have to say. So if we're
now, I want to say something to you about that. Although I agree with you, I don't understand why if you're working in an oil company and you're earning 3 million naira, 4 million naira a month, why you want to go to Canada. You can go to Canada and do a 6-month course and come back and find a way of getting a passport there. If it is to get passport, you can, as somebody who is earning 4 million naira a month, you can plan your life in such a way that you go to Canada, you do an online course that requires you to go and do exam there. When you get there, you rent a property with some of your friends, be sending money monthly. That's how people do it. Every 6 months, you go into the country, spend 1 month. Before you know it, you need like 6 months to stay a stretch and get your passport. And when you get your passport, you come back.
Daddy Freeze, you're older than me. You are more experienced than me. You know much more. You know many more people in that class than I do. But I'll say something, sir. Too many people. I was in Nigeria just September 2024. Okay. I stayed about a month. And I know what 3 million can get you. I know what 100,000 can get you in Nigeria today. It is not the same as what 10,000 could get you 10 years ago. 3 million is almost nothing today. No. To convert it to dollars, sir.
Yeah,
sir,
if you are living in Nigeria, hold on.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're living in Nigeria, you're earning 3 million naira a month. You will live very well.
Yeah.
You will live very well. You will travel. Economy ticket to the UK is 2.5 million.
Yeah.
It's 2.5 million.
That's 1 month salary.
That's 1 month
for
salary.
you alone.
Now,
Is that money?
wait. 1 month salary. That means you can have, by the time you save 2 months, you can have a vacation in the UK. By the time you save 2 months, you have your house rent for the year.
Yeah.
The remaining 6 months will take care of your life. I want you to understand something. If you are earning 3 million naira a month, would I advise you, listen, if you're earning 3 million naira a month, you guys have been talking, I've been eating and listening. If you earn 3 million naira a month, I don't understand why you want to jackpot, unless you are 100% sure of where you are going to and what you are going for.
Okay.
Now, wait, I've not finished.
How many people earn that 3 million
Good.
a month?
So when you don't earn like that, when you earn 100,000 naira a month and have the opportunity to sell a kidney and use the money and jackpot, please use it and jackpot. But we also need to be careful because both ladies said something. Jobs are not automatic. She said she almost entered into depression looking for work in this same Canada. She said people were sending her money from this same Nigeria. As bad as the Nigeria is, they were sending money from Nigeria to Canada. Let's be careful with this narrative of Canada is the moon. Once you get there, you will see the stars. We also need to be careful. Oh, yes, they do.
Says that?
Oh, they do.
Daddy Freeze, who is saying that?
People are saying it. Even in this comment section, there is nothing in Nigeria. Leave Nigeria. There is nothing in Nigeria.
Nobody. It's a choice.
Something in Nigeria. To me, I love Nigeria till tomorrow. Like me, I don't have dreams of staying here for long.
Can you see?
The lifestyle here, it's not for me. Like, let's be realistic.
Come
If
on.
you're not hardworking, if you don't multitask, you can't make it. If you do 40 hours job on a normal, like it takes time to build, like when you get your PR or your citizenship, that's when you start doing certification to start chasing all the cyber security or project management and other courses. It's not really easy. When you rely on 40 hours and you earn like $4,000, before you pay your rent, eat and all, about $2,000 or $3,000 is gone. You're just left with $1,000 in a month. So for how long will you keep saving? But like me, in Nigeria, because you earn and you pay your rent yearly, you plan ahead. When I was back home, you make plans ahead and you know what to do and how to do it. Fine, it's like Canada, it's just maybe, I feel it's more for like maybe people have kids, maybe you're trying to give your kids a better life and maybe you just want to struggle for them to be better. But like coming here to stay and all, to me, really, 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 if you're not hardworking, if you can't multitask, you can't make it. That's why it's now I come to realize why you see so many men, they live here to 70, 80, they end up dying here because at the end of it, or most of them don't make it. Because when you rely on 40 hours job, you can't make it. Let's be realistic. Let's say the truth. Because
the thing is that is it the lifestyle? I think here there are two things. Lifestyle is different.
It's not about lifestyle. Every province have the quality of lifestyle and all, right? Everybody knows British Columbia.
We are talking generally. If you are talking about lifestyle, then you cannot compare the lifestyle. The city already, the country has its lifestyle already. So it is sacrifice. So it is either you want to remain, or if you like Nigeria lifestyle, you go back. You cannot get Nigeria lifestyle here because number one, the weather cannot give you the lifestyle.
Let's talk about that weather. That weather is very bad, and you people know it.
Weather cannot give you that lifestyle. That's number one. Number two,
entered winter, it hasn't snowed in British Columbia. Everybody knows here is the warmest area. That is why.
Can we talk? I want us to talk one after the other. I don't like it when we are talking. We don't finish. Now, if you are talking about the lifestyle, actually you can't get the lifestyle here because the country already has the lifestyle. So if you don't like the lifestyle, you go back. And to be honest, if you have stayed 3 years here, going back, I promise you, if you go back and
sorry, I want to interrupt you. I don't like what the comment section is doing. Because you are not happy with what the lady with the wig is saying, you are saying mean things like, I will lock that comment section. I will lock that comment section. Let me break it down to you. The news that is coming out of Canada globally is miserable. There are no jobs. The healthcare is in a mess. There are Nigerians who are literally homeless on the street. We are seeing the videos. So don't try to paint a rosy picture and because some of your friends are doing well. No, there is a balance. She said it. It took her almost a year to get a job. So don't run her down and say, yeah, go back, go back, go back. I will lock this comment section now. Because you are in the comment section does not mean you should disrespect my guests. In fact, I'm locking the comment section.
You can leave it.
No. No. You are my guests. I want you to be happy. How do they take lock comment section again? No. But I'm reading it and I'm pissed.
Oh, okay.
Very good. So let's continue the conversation.
Yes, sir. Before the two ladies.
See, let me. Sorry, guys. Sorry. The gentleman does not agree with the lady. But one thing I respect this man for is he's extremely polite. He's passing his message across politely. I don't understand what is so hard for the comment section to be polite and respectful. If she doesn't like Canada, she must not like it. I don't like Canada either. To be very honest, I've been there once in 2009. I don't like it. It's not somewhere where I want to live. Maybe if I had plenty money and I had a house in UK, house in I want to maybe have a house there and visit there once in 3 or 4 years. But from what I saw, Canada is not where I would want to go and spend the rest of my life. And that's me, and I believe I have a choice. And she also has a choice. Sorry? I went in summer. The place was just somehow. Canada be like New Jersey for America.
No, but to be honest, Canada is not.
What it's worth. No, Canada is not bad. So let me take something.
Canada is not bad, but can you hold on? Can you compare Canada to Las Vegas? Can you compare Canada to Miami? Can you compare Canada to New York?
Can you compare Vermont to Miami? Can you compare Detroit, Michigan here to Miami?
But you see, that's the thing. So when we're talking about Canada, I have no problem with Canada, but I don't like this magnificent picture that people are painting that, once you get to Canada, there's money on the road, there's gold on the tree. No. People are saying it. People are saying that, Canada is way better than Nigeria. It is not. It depends on your situation in Canada and your situation in Nigeria. This lady said it. She said there were people in Nigeria that were sending her money while she was in Canada. Am I lying? Did I make it up?
I didn't. I still had a business back home till now, so that was how I was able to.
Okay, so you had a business in Nigeria that was funding your life in Canada.
Yeah.
Continue your conversation, guys. I just wanted to chip that in. I didn't want her to feel bad.
So, I mean, many other Canadians.
What he's trying to tell you, why didn't you go stay in Nigeria? Why did you not look? That's what that is saying.
My dear sister, there are many other people waiting to join the live. Let me just say this and leave, please. Okay. I mean, to close, so my own point. The majority of Nigerians that I know in Nigeria would like a better life, whether it's the UK, the US, or Canada. But because Canada is the case in point for tonight's conversation, I would say boldly, even if you dislike the cold, even if you dislike taxes, even if you dislike some of the major things that people point out, the end of your 5-year term in Canada, stay 5 years, sacrifice the 5 years if you can, and have your target, your focus. If that's the one thing you can pick up before leaving, pick it and get the fish out. Get the fish out if you don't like it afterwards. But at least have one target of something you want to get. And
you want to get.
You can go somewhere else. You can go someplace else that's not even Nigeria, but at least get that thing you want to get and leave. Because the vast majority of Nigerians are brilliant, but just don't have the opportunity to live a life that is paying them the $3 million, the exemplary $3 million naira that the freeze is talking about.
Does not offer them the opportunities they want.
Many Nigerians are so brilliant, but they just don't have the opportunity.
Now, before this lady came, I want to say something. There was a man in white t-shirt who complained bitterly about Canada. I don't know if you watched it. I hope I did not lose that video because the video hung. So let me go and check on my page. If you missed it, I want you to go back to my page and watch. The gentleman in a white t-shirt, he complained about Canada. Let me tell you something right now. There is a healthcare crisis. How easy has it been for you guys to get doctors in Canada?
No, that
I
one
got
is
my
not
doctor
going
on Monday.
Uh-huh. It is a
Me,
serious crisis.
I
Now,
I still use a
now
clinic.
unemployment is rising in Canada. There is a housing crisis in Canada. I did enough research.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Canada is bad, but I want people to be informed. Now, if you are young, you are in your 20s, and
Yep.
you are leaving Nigeria, it's a good deal. Go and become a global citizen like this gentleman is saying. Get your Canadian passport. You don't need to live in Canada. Once you've gotten the Canadian passport, you can move to the US. You can move to the UK. You can move to Dubai. You understand? You can move to Japan. You can move to where favors you. I understand. In your 30s, you can still do it. But once you don't, my fear now, those people who don't they enter 40, 45, where they jackpot. I'm seeing people, there was one guy that in the UK almost went in front of a train. He has lost everything. He's 45 years old and he has not been able to blend into the system. And it's the same thing in Canada, it's the same thing in the US. How
much did he have?
I don't remember the story. It's not close to me. It was someone that was telling me the story, so it was tangential for me. But what I'm trying to say is, do your research. It is not for every age group and every stage. These people are all single. Going abroad as a single man is different from going abroad as a family. And as a family, if your wife goes first and you cannot join her within 3 years, you will break that marriage. I know like 20 marriages that have broken, even US and Canada, because the spouse could not join them within 3 years. How many men can wait 3 years for a woman? How many women can wait in the cold of Canada 3 years for a man? More they tell ourselves truth. One of the biggest problems we have is, and there's another thing we also need to know. The people struggling in Canada are telling the people back in Nigeria that they are doing well. And let me tell you why you are doing well. Because your dollar is worth a lot of naira. So they are seeing the naira, the dollar you are throwing back. And that guy in white shirt said something. He said some people are sharing apartments. Some people are struggling, but they are sending big money back home. Because that this lady said 1,000, you can save $1,000. $1,000 is nearly 2 million naira. If you throw 2 million naira back home, people go believe, say your hand, they touch one kind big thing. And the biggest problem Nigerians have, that's why they don't know the crisis going on in these parts of the world, is because they are measuring their earning in naira. When you collect $2,000, you change it to naira, you think you are a big boy. You are a big boy back home in Nigeria. In that place where you are, how big are you really? These are conversations people need to have. I don't want to discourage anyone, but I'm seeing the way people are running away. I understand. I've said it before. The worst place to be poor in your life is Nigeria. Don't be poor in Nigeria. But if you have a certain level of stability, there was one guy on this my life who said if he earns, he's still there, he's on my YouTube. If he earns 500,000 naira a month, he's going to come back and stay in Edo State. He was here 2 days ago. He was in this same Canada. He complained that his wife could
get the job.
he said that no, that he said that if he has 50 million naira or 100, and I forgot how much, he's coming back home. So this whole idea of, oh, this place is the best place in the world, it's not everybody that shares that idea. And I don't want us to run down the people that don't have that ideology. I'm going to open up the comment section for 1 minute. If I see that people sense not correct, I go lock them back. Continue what you're saying.
To me, like, if you had
Ooh. Pop My Money Gun, if you're watching on TikTok, big shout out to the person who popped my money gun. Thank you so much. Please, I'm sorry I ended the live by mistake. So I want to give those people an opportunity to come back and let's finish the conversation. The lady that was with us, someone said, do you have PayPal? I do. My PayPal is my sister, please welcome. I was enjoying you, Jerry. The gentleman that came, please, if anybody else too wants to join, please let us join. We'll just be on for 10 more minutes.
Okay.
So finish what you were saying, and please, I want you to be honest. I don't want anybody to intimidate you.
No, what I'm saying is, coming to Canada, to me, if you're not financially stable, don't come. But it's what is at the end. But at the beginning, it might be tough, right? A lot of people come here without money, and at the end, they end up being on the streets because the rent. Maybe now you're relocating and you're with like 5 million naira. It might not sustain you for like 3 months. It won't carry you that far. I don't know about other provinces, but here it's quite on the high side and all. So that is it. But like after the first 1 year or two and you're hard working, you can still work hard. But when you're still working hard, you don't have a life. You go to work, sometimes you work 12 hours, 16 hours, 10 hours in a day just for you to be able to like raise more money. Because if you're doing 40 hours, maybe at the end of the month, you're saving like $4,000. By the time you pay your house rent, any other bills and all, maybe your left is $1,000. And at the end, how long will you keep saving $1,000 to earn a life? So you need to try and multitask and all. It's not really easy. Job opportunities are not really that open. And for example, okay, you're coming as a student and you're only allowed to work 20 hours in a week. 20 hours can't do anything for you. In a month, you work about 80 hours. That's a bi-weekly job. That's about 1,000 plus. That's why you see people like they collect loan to fund their life or they do mortgage and all. I don't blame those people doing the mortgage because it depends on how many hours work they are doing and how they want to sustain their life. Good evening, sis.
Good evening.
Good evening, my darling sister.
So that is just it. If they can't find it, the fund is not there.
All right. So my lovely sister here that just joined with glasses. What's your name?
My name is Catherine. I'm in Canada. And I'm here in Manitoba.
All right. All right. How you day, brother? My sister with glasses won't talk. Then we'll come to you. Oh yeah, talk. We are rounding off. I just have 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. So Daddy Freeze, thank you for giving me the opportunity to join your live. It's my first time, even though I've been following your conversation. Basically, I believe you in a way round it up, but I'll just drop some few comments based on my own perspective.
Please.
I think what you said is true. I mean, Japa generally, even coming to Canada, should be based on what you're doing back home, your status, your job, your lifestyle, and all that. And also here in Canada, I think the survival level too differs. So for people with PR or those who are Canadian citizens, might necessarily not understand what the students are going through. At least I happen to be admin of quite a number of WhatsApp groups here in Manitoba. I also have a platform where we give out household items to people who are struggling. And I would say for a fact that that most of the people we've reached out to are mostly students and those probably who came visiting and all that. So I think generally it's about your status back home. It's about your age, like you said. It's very crucial. I know quite a number of people who are doing well in Nigeria who moved here, who probably are struggling as well, like you said. People who are probably in their 40s, 45, and all that. I also know quite a number of students who would think if they move down to Canada, they can work and study and in turn can use the money to cough out or support their study fee. But in turn, because of the harsh weather, I mean, Manitoba where it's seriously freezing here in the -40. And of course, definitely there's no way you want to do it. There's no way you want to work, make all that money you envisage on or you imagine or you dreamt of back in Nigeria. And then, in turn, meet up with your lifestyle or something here in Canada. So I believe, I know a lot of people in the chat would agree or not agree, but I mean, the summary, like you've said, is for some people is rosy, for some people is not. But I would say that for majority is not, especially those who don't have the required document to work, who think Canada is a form of money making. I mean, it's not just even Canada, like you said. I think
Abroad
even
in
in
general.
Europe, in UK, exactly, in UK, it's the same thing. And just as you've said also, when you look at the exchange rate and you convert it, you want to send it back to Nigeria, oh, you think you've armored. But here in Canada, how much can you save in a year for yourself? In turn, in Nigeria, some of us or some people might be even be saving more. Rent is paid yearly, here you pay rent monthly, and all and all. So I would agree with her, the lady on green, and some other people who have also shared their perspective, and also the lady that left as well. So some people too don't also make their findings before moving. A lot of people, especially maybe students visiting and all those things, they move thinking it's a land of gold, it's a land of wealth, and in turn they get stranded, and some people will end up either claiming Aduro and all those kind of things. In fact, the Aduro camp is becoming congested. We in Manitoba here don't really have that heat, but probably those in Ontario would have a lot of experience of that. And I mean, the whole story of people being homeless and all that is real, or even 5 people living in an apartment is real. All these things are not, how do I put it? If you don't know the story, if you're not living in that category, does not mean that they don't happen in Canada.
Excuse me.
They happen in Canada. And when you deal with people of different level, like students, like those who visited, who are not going back, like those who are on job work permits, who probably lost their job and they can't renew their work permit, and probably they've sold everything in Nigeria. Going back is now a challenge for them. They're really struggling. So I would say generally that it depends on your status in Canada. Even with those of us that came with PR or those who have the PR, a lot of people are also sustaining themselves on some of the benefits the government is giving them here to be able to get that first buffer and all that. So you've said it all. For people who are doing well, maybe like you said, the 5 million earners in Nigeria before moving, why are they moving? Maybe the global status, like you said, maybe they thought in Canada is 3 years than some other places. Europe hardly give, aside UK maybe, I don't know, but I've been to some part of Europe and I know very well, and I have friends in some part of Europe that have been there for 8 years, 9 years, no documents yet, no paper yet. So maybe people feel also that here you could easily get some of these things and all that. So I would say that situation differs. And of course, Canada, one thing for sure that I've personally discovered is one-way traffic, monopoly. I always say personally that these are things I miss in Nigeria. So imagine airline, you have just 2 airline operating. Laboratory, you have just 1 laboratory operating, 1 name. So they are not open to competition. The economy is not open up. As in, how do I explain it? You can't come and compete, even if you have the money, even if you want to invest. The system will not allow it. So it's one of the reasons why things are the way it is. When you have one of all those things. And of course, even as a professional, when you move here, they don't also want you to just come and practice. You have to go through a series of licenses. I mean, not just doctors, even teachers, even those who are in the insurance fields, Name it. We have a career platform here in Manitoba that we run, and we have over thousands of people on those platforms. I'm part of the admin, and I see a whole lot. So I will tell you for a fact that the system itself, it's not enabling the way we have it in Nigeria. So, and of course, Nigeria is one of the major things why some people might have said, okay, insecurity is one challenge in Nigeria. Insecurity, some people are doing well will tell you they move because of insecurity. Some of the few ones I've had the chat with. Some will tell you basic things we want in Nigeria. We don't have it, electricity, roads, and all those things. So yeah, people jackpot for different reasons, and I would say that if you want to jackpot, make your research very well. Like you said, age, are you leaving for school? Are you coming as a PR? Are you coming to visit and you want to go and Shadru or Kawasaki or something? You need to understand the reality first, or at least have some form of information before. Nigeria might be better for you, for some people, rather than coming to Canada in this harsh weather to get stuck and all that. So yeah, so that's just my own submission. It's my opinion, and I feel everybody is open to their opinion as well.
Thank you so much, Engineer Catherine. I love the way you spoke. I've followed you already. I'm also going to follow
Thank
my
you.
my lovely sister, Creamy Visi. How old are you, Engineer Catherine? Let me just ask you before I hand over to the gentleman.
I'm 35. I'm 35.
Oh, when did you travel?
I came in 2022.
Okay, 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 awesome. All right, so let's hand over to my brother, and you have 3 minutes to end so that we can go.
Yeah, thank you, Ben. Thank you, please. I'm surprised it's not recognizing from UI. This is Bam Bam. All out here, GIO. Bam Bam, Kima.
I know. How far?
I will go.
Where Kola Oye
I'm in
dey?
Canada. Yeah, I've been Canada for 13 years.
Now first call when it's sweet.
Yes, I'm 49 years old, and I will tell you that I totally disagree with what they've all said. But the truth, I left Nigeria in banking as a deputy manager. I was doing very well. I came here in 2013 January, right? And believe me, when I came, it was too cold for me for the first few months. I complained, but I met, the people you meet, that means how far you go. I met some people who told me, calm down, relax, forget the weather, that it freeze. What I have today, if I was Nigeria, I will not have 1/10 of it. I'm not bragging. If you call Oye, call for Labia money, say you met Bam Bam online, they'll tell you, or call Omored. I've been here for 13 years. I live in Ontario. This is my 4th home I'm living in. I have multiple homes. I was doing well. I thought I was doing well in Nigeria until I came here. That it freeze. If I won't buy, I don't talk. I will tell you separately on digest. But my point is that the people you meet determines how far you go. You must settle down and ask the right questions. I've been in this country for 13 years at the freeze. I have no regrets. When I see people say Canada is difficult, people have to listen. If you're lazy, you will fail in Canada. The system is so organized that if you put in the work, if you put in the work that it brings, you will succeed. People say healthcare is bad. I agree. It's not fantastic, but it's free. So when something is free, what do you expect? There'll be so much people rushing to go in. But you also have the option to pay for your own healthcare and jump the queue. Private healthcare. That's my point. So ask the right question. The people
Now, I also want to chip in something. Sorry, before you say anything. I want to chip in something, my brother. 13 years ago and now, no be the same.
Yeah.
Canada, when you entered, at that time when you entered, Canada was begging people to come.
Let me correct you. There are people that came to Canada 2 years ago. They met me. I showed them the ropes. I had a friend that came to Canada last year. He just bought his house. He came to Canada February last year. By November last year, we closed on his house.
As what? He came in as a PR or what? Is it student?
He came. Listen. Hold on. The point is, he's in Canada legally. Whether PR or
exactly. That's not what
Let me talk now. Let me talk. I'm not stop. Listen.
We know the tax on top of money when you buy house as a student, and the tax the PRO pay.
No.
So that's a question. Did he come as a PRO or as a
Sorry, my sister. Let him talk.
I see. Maybe in green. I listen to you talk for more than 10 minutes.
So I want to ask you, you come alone. When you go 13 years ago, you carry your car
I came
go.
with my family. I have 3 children. I came with my wife and 3 children. In fact, when I came I dropped them so I know one stay. I went back to Nigeria. My wife said, if I know comes, you go come back. I had to leave my banking job. I had a fantastic banking job in Nigeria. I was in corporate bank and they brand. I worked in Fidelity Bank, Papa Shipping. Go and ask them. I was hitting my target. I was a star. I was doing very well. So nobody I had to make mouth about that one. I had no reason to leave my job. But when I left Nigeria for Canada, my father refused to talk to me for a long time. But once that lady in green, she said as a PR or a student, see, like I said, the people you meet, that means how far you go. If you come as a student, you can't buy a house because you don't have a job. But if you come with income, there are mortgage brokers, there are lenders that will give you the money to buy the house. So it's not whether you're a student or you're a PR holder. Can you finance your down payment for that house? You're in Vancouver. Vancouver is more expensive than Ontario, right? But my point is that if you meet the right people, if you see, just settle down and pick the people you associate with. When I came here 13 years ago, I met people that spent 12 years that decreased. I thought they tell me I go do factory work. I say I can't do factory work. I was working in the bank. They say, you say I go suffer. I didn't listen to them. I met another group that said, you don't do factory work. Go and do project management. Scrum master. So I'm IT now. I'm IT project management. So I work as a consultant. So
hold on. You see, I also have something to say. From the story of your life, you have always been exceptional. If you were meeting your target in the bank, 80% of people that work in bank don't meet their target too.
Yeah, but that's what you do.
Hold on. It just shows that you are above average. And when you went to Canada, hold on, you also had some money. You didn't go empty-handed.
Yes.
You need to understand that. You see, let me tell you what I believe worked for you. One, the time you went.
Can I say that quickly?
Okay.
Can I say something quickly? There are people, see, like I said, the people you meet determines how far you go. There are people that came with money, Canada, they just go rent house, they waste time. If you meet people that understand the system, they'll tell you that, yeah, do this, don't do this. Do this, don't do this. I'm telling you. I said, because I've learned from people.
Go Steal, good evening. Sorry, they are buying my super chat, so they hail them.
Because the way I landed and people I met, because there are people that told me to go and do warehouse jobs. I refused. I did have a job for 4 months. I was paying my bills, but they say where I say no go. I say because you know why that warehouse job. If you're not careful, you spend 20 years doing it because after the time you get lost inside that job. I refused to go and do it.
Okay, I was supposed to round off. I wish we can have this again during the day. This Canada Don't Cast topic. There are so many people who want to share their experiences. My lovely sister, just
please, I want to ask him a question.
All right.
Like, I'm not talking about myself in general, right? Everybody has what brought them here, and everybody is an online. But what I want to ask you, per se, when you first of all came, even with the money, how was your first 1 year and the first 2 years? How was it?
Okay, so
you've been here for 13 years, yes.
So remember, I came with my family. So you cannot compare yourself to me. Like, maybe you came alone, you might be lonely for you. I came with family.
I'm not lonely.
I mean, when you landed first.
When I landed, my landing in Canada was rosy. I'm analyzing in general, right?
Okay.
The fact that I might come, for me to be able to sustain myself for 1 year means I'm not lacking back home.
True.
Right?
So,
and even while I'm here, I have things I do. Right? You say follow who no road. Currently, I do unbidding of cars. I buy cars, I ship home. I buy from my
buy cars, I ship home too.
They ship home, right? So everybody knows what they do, right? Like today, we've rounded up today's bidding. They've posted new cars for today. We are just saying in general. I'm not saying coming to Canada is bad. I said, if the freeze can quote me right, if you're coming, make sure you have 6 months to 1 year money in your pocket, so that you don't end up on the streets.
That's fine. That's fine.
A lot of people in BC here that sometimes maybe will contribute money for them to be able to pay.
But the topic is, so hold on. The topic is saying Canada don't cast. It's not about having 6 months money. It's about when they have 6 months money or 1 year money, can you succeed in Canada? And I'm telling you that. That the truth. In my circle of friends, we all came differently. We all came with nothing. I wish you can't come garden. My circle of friends, every single person is doing fantastically well. Don't be juju. I don't come. What do you do? Show me the way. No fraud, no drug, no joro. This is what you have to do. Learn this. See, I do Scrum Master as a consultant. If I finish that contract, I do business analysis as a consultant. I do project management as a consultant.
Your first 1-2 years then when you came, that is just what I want to know.
Now, there's one thing I need you to understand and agree with me. Job opportunities 13 years ago and job opportunities today are 2 different things. No matter how you want to paint it rosy, that some people came.
Yes.
2025, the news that is coming out of Canada is not positive. There's a housing crisis. There's a medical healthcare crisis. There is a job crisis. There is inflation to the point where Canada is considering becoming a state in America.
So I think, let me correct one notion. There has always been job crisis when I came. There has always been health crisis. There has always been inflation. It's the level it's just.
Bro, hold on something. Hold on. I don't want you to personalize it, and I'll tell you why. Because you are doing well does not mean everybody is doing well. And because you found it rosy, because maybe you are gifted. You see, my mama get 4 children. I get 1 sister. Let me give you an example. My sister's wedding gift was a house in Lekki. That's her wedding gift.
Okay.
My sister has always had things easy for her. If everybody goes somewhere, go struggle. If my sister go there, she'd not go struggle. My sister went to the UK 3 years ago. She's on her 2nd house. As in, she has bought her 1st house and she has bought her 2nd house. Not be everybody. It's like me saying because I'm finding it okay in Nigeria, I can buy a brand new Mercedes-Benz in Nigeria. Everybody in Nigeria should be able to. No.
No, so that was my point.
No, but you see, the way you made it seem, all my guys are doing well, all my guys are doing well. Now you're secular.
No.
All my guys in Nigeria too are doing very well.
Exactly.
So now secular.
But I don't they follow this story since there. And people they can't paint glory picture of Canada. My point is that everybody can succeed. We might not all be doing fantastically well, but everybody, if you put in the work, this Canada, I tell you for experience, if you put in the work, don't complain. Once you don't complain, you will fail. Now your mouth will kill you. If you put in the work that you freeze, things will change.
47% of Canadians live paycheck to paycheck. That's almost half of the population. That's the statistics.
How many Americans live paycheck to paycheck? Let's look at it worldwide.
No, America is a brother. Not compare America with Canada. We go get quarrel.
No, we're not comparing.
If Canada see America, they call them bros.
Yes. Now,
for example, will you ask somebody that is not financially stable to relocate and come to Canada?
Hold on. If you're struggling, hold on now. Make me talk. If you're like all the guys came, the guy that left said, if you're down, you fear no fall, come Canada. If you're Nigeria, let me tell you something. If you're making 10 million Nigeria a month, 10 million Nigeria a month, and you know lazy, you can make 40 million Canada a month.
How many million?
40 million.
What's your net worth? Now you never go back. 40 million naira.
Hold on.
That's too much, bro. Let's be realistic.
We're not talking about my net worth. I'm saying that you're making 10 million.
The first don't say 40. When we are saying things, don't
listen, like can I talk?
Yeah.
Can I talk? 40 million is $40,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Am I correct? So 40 million, $40K a month. Am I correct? So if 40K, I'm telling you that my sister, I'm telling you that you can make $40K a month in this same country.
I don't know. I think
Brother, hold on. Are you making up to 40K a month in Canada?
God bless you.
Please, call me, make my chat. That's something I cannot stay here. I don't want to stay here. But if I speak to you privately, I will give you so much information. You can go and verify.
Now, let me ask you something. My sister here, I believe that if she makes 100 million naira now, she'll go back to Nigeria.
No, I won't go.
How much do you need to make before you go back to Nigeria?
$500 million or 1 billion. I can't go because
and how much? How much that Canadian dollar? Do you know that if you invest properly, properly in properties in Canada, you can make $500,000 in 3 years and go back to Nigeria?
See, I'm not looking
have $1 billion.
Bro, see, let me tell
but
you.
But bro, your mouth sweet, sha. I no go lie. Your mouth sweet.
I'm not using myself to judge to people. I'm painting what people understand when
not myself. I'm telling what is possible.
No, the way you are painting it, a lot of people tomorrow might be ready to sell their car or their house just to locate here, right? I'm trying for you to that was why I asked you, can you analyze your first 1 to 2 years when you were in Canada?
I can.
Can you just analyze? That was did you come as a PR or as a student? Can you just give us a little breakdown?
Make I talk now. So I came as a PR holder.
So it's a different thing we are saying here. I came as a student, and under a year and 6 months, I paid $48,000.
Hold on, you're missing the point. Forget about being a student. I said after you get your PR, hold on.
Okay, guys, I'm tired. Make I go sleep. I get conference where they attend tomorrow.
No problem.
My darling sister, thank you so much for joining. My brother, your mouth too sweet. I fear you.
I will collect with you later.
Send me DM. Where is Kola Oye?
It's in Abuja now.
Is still this Nigeria?
Yes, now.
Who else did Canada with you?
I'm
Folabi.
Folabi money. Only.
Where they sell mobile phone that year when we did school.
No, not that one. You know Amore. Remember Amore, Fred?
Yeah, Fred, where they peel him back.
Exactly. Hey, I get talk.
I know. Fred, will be party animal. I know if you forget those.
Exactly. And so all those so me and Fred they here.
Fred, they Canada.
Yeah, he's a friend in Canada too. Yeah.
Wow. Nice. Nice. Hail them for me.
Yeah.
So, bro, hook me up in the DM. We go chat. Guys, thank you so much. We had a really lovely conversation. It's been lit across all platforms: YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you all so much. When I said Canada don't cast, what I meant is Canada is not Canada of 10 years ago. The health crisis has gotten worse. The job crisis has gotten worse. The housing crisis has gotten worse. Don't think if you get there, everything is automatic. Like the sister said, your papers matter a lot. Your ability to work hard matters a lot. If you know how to do things anyhow in Nigeria, you go to Canada, you will struggle. The people you meet matters a lot.
Yes. Your circle of friends matters, but always tell people the truth. Like when you're coming, make sure you're financially stable and you're ready to work. You meet people, you don't just come to Canada today and meet somebody today.
Let me end up and saying goodbye and good night. This was a very nice conversation. Good night, everybody.
All right, bye.